Welcome back. So this is representing the common atrium. Okay, here you can see this blue color area. This is representing the right venous valve and left venous valve. Okay, so they will fuse cephalic direction, and it will form the septum spurium, which will be appearing on the posterior wall of the atrium, okay, on the right side. At the same time, here this area is representing the ventral and dorsal endocardial cushion, which will develop in the common atrioventricular canal. So this will ultimately give the intermediate septum. Okay, so because of this endocardial cushion, this common atrium, which will connect with the ventricle with the common atrioventricular canal, will be divided into right atrioventricular foramen and left atrioventricular foramen. Okay, so here what happens, this right venous valve will develop into crista terminalis and valve of coronary sinus and inferior vena cava. What is the fate of the left side? The left one, along with the upper part of the septum spurium, will blend with the future coming septum secundum, and they will help in the forming the wall of the right atrium. Okay, now I'll show you the development of septum primum. Now what happens in the early 7th week, this common atrium, there will be a development of septum, which is called septum primum, exactly in the mid sagittal section. Okay, there will be deepening of the roof, and there will be a crescent shaped, you can see caudally crescent shaped septum developing downwards towards the endocardial cushion. Okay, similarly from the endocardial cushion, here there will be a growth, and that will give the septum intermedium. Now this whole common atrium has been divided by a small foramen, only connection will be there, and this foramen is called foramen primum, septum primum, and this foramen is called foramen primum. Okay, so this will be growing towards the endocardial cushion. At that time, just before touching this endocardial cushion, there will be small foramen developing on the cephalic part of the septum primum, which will coalesce and form the foramen secundum. So this foramen, because it comes second, so this is called foramen secundum now. So this septum primum has completely divided the common atrium into right side and left side now. Okay, so you can see the communication of the two sides is only between by this common secundum foramen. Okay, stop. In the later 7th week of intrauterine life, there develops another septum between the septum spurium and the septum primum. This is called septum secundum. This is also another crescent shaped septum caudally, and it will be growing downwards towards the endocardial cushion by the right side of the septum primum. So it will grow downwards, but it will never touch the endocardial cushion or septum intermedium. Okay, it will be just enough to block the foramen secundum. Okay, remember, this will never grow totally up to the endocardial cushion or the growing septum intermedium. It will just cover the foramen secundum, and it will form like a valvular leaflet. Okay, so this crescent shaped structure, this anterior part will form the valve, while the posterior part will blend with the left venous valve and septum spurium, and ultimately help in the formation of wall of the right atrium. Okay, now what happens, blood from the right side will cross like this and go and pass through this foramen secundum to the left atrium. Now because of this gap is oval in shape, so this valvular gap is called foramen ovale. Okay, so this foramen ovale is patterned in fetal life. Okay, once the baby is born, then there will be blood coming from the pulmonary veins. Okay, so here please see on the left side, in the beginning when the septum spurium are developing, there will be just one pulmonary vein will be developing on the wall of the left atrium by the left side of the septum primum. Okay, this single vein will divide into two veins and they will connect to the developing lung bud. Then from the two veins there will be four veins. Okay, you can see four openings here now. Okay, four openings. So these openings ultimately will blend with the left atrium developing wall and they will form the smooth part of the left atrium. So now what happens after the baby is born, blood will be coming to the left atrium and blood also will be coming to the right atrium. So there will be pressure from both the sides. Because of the equal pressure, now what will happen, this two septum, they will be coming close to each other and slowly there will be anatomical closure. Okay, but in 25% population there may not be anatomical closure and will have a probe patency.